Welcome back, focused learners. Let's just dive straight into this explainer. Look, if you've ever hit that absolutely dreaded 2 p.m. wall where your brain just totally fogs up, your body feels like literal lead, and you just can't seem to push through, yeah, pay close attention. Today, we're exploring the real biological reason behind that awful afternoon crash. It's actually not just a lack of willpower, it's happening on a microscopic level, and the science here is honestly just fascinating.
So why does your energy just completely crash at 2 p.m.? It's a question we've all asked ourselves, right? It's a super frustrating feeling. And actually, if you were anywhere near social media in mid-2026, you probably saw this absolute viral obsession with what people were calling mitochondrial burnout. It was literally everywhere. Everyone's experiencing this chronic afternoon fatigue, and we're all desperately searching for a quick fix. But the thing is, the solutions people are turning to, they're missing a massive piece of the biological puzzle.
There's a really stark contrast between what's trending online and how our biology actually works. On one side of the coin, you've got creators dry scooping these insanely expensive energy powders or taking those intense methylene blue drops, just aggressively trying to force their cells to pump out more energy. But here's the biological reality of it. You simply cannot supplement your way out of a dead cellular battery. All those pricey plastic tubs of powder, they're ultimately totally useless if your internal powerhouses are unprotected and failing.
Section 1. The internal fry.
We really need to solve a crucial biological mystery here. Why do our mitochondria, the actual engines powering our cells, why do they burn themselves out in the first place? Well, without the right cellular protection, your internal battery life absolutely plummets to a flashing red 15% by midday. You're just running on fumes at that point, completely exhausted and really struggling to maintain any kind of focus. So let's break down exactly why that steep energy drop happens. It comes down to the mitochondrial waste cycle. First, your mitochondria produce your daytime energy, which is obviously the vital fuel you need to get through your morning. But, and this is a major caveat, that exact process of energy production also creates internal oxidative stress. It basically generates waste as a byproduct. So right as they're powering you up, step 3 hits. That internal waste builds up and slowly fries the cell's own internal machinery. Think of it like running a high-performance engine without a drop of oil. Eventually, it's just going to overheat and break down.
Section 2. The melatonin battery secret. Fortunately for us, our bodies have this incredibly intelligent built-in defense mechanism that completely solves this cellular fry. It's called subcellular melatonin. Now, wait a second. I know exactly what you're thinking. Melatonin? Isn't that the stuff I take to go to sleep? Well, no, not here. This is a massive pattern interrupt. Your mitochondria actually make their own daytime melatonin. It acts as this highly localized antioxidant shield produced directly inside the cell itself. And the craziest part? It is 100% independent of the pineal gland's sleep hormone up in your brain. It literally has absolutely nothing to do with making you sleep and everything to do with protecting your daytime cellular energy.
But of course, there's a catch, right? This deep cellular shield is locked tight. This highly protective emerald green energy shield just sits there, completely dormant inside your mitochondria, unless you trigger it. And no, you absolutely cannot trigger it by swallowing a pill or some trendy powdered supplement. It actually requires a very specific, completely natural environmental cue to activate. Which brings us to section 3, your morning light protocol. Let's turn this into a step-by-step tutorial you can actually use tomorrow morning. Here is the exact zero-cost circadian sequence to unlock that biological shield. Step 1, wake up. Simple enough. Step 2, step outside within 1 hour of waking. And step 3, absorb 10 minutes of natural near-infrared light. Getting your eyes and skin out into natural near-infrared sunlight is literally the precise, fundamental environmental key that unlocks your mitochondria's local melatonin production.
Let's get into a few really specific, actionable timing tips to make sure you're maximizing this light exposure. To guarantee you're getting the optimal quality of near-infrared light to actually trigger that localized melatonin, you've got to get outside within 60 minutes of waking up. That 1-hour window is absolutely critical. Aim for 10 full minutes out there. And listen, you must allow that natural morning light to hit your unedited face and eyes. That means taking off the sunglasses, and no, you can't just stare through a glass window pane from your kitchen. You need pure, unfiltered, natural morning air. Oh, and crucially, do all of this before you reach for any synthetic stimulants. Give your cells the natural signal they need first, before anything else.
When you look at it, there is just a stark biological difference between these two states. On one side, we have protected mitochondria, this vibrant, glowing green energy shield that gets activated simply by completing that easy 10-minute light routine. And on the exact opposite side, unprotected mitochondria. They're suffering from that harsh amber haze fry, which is exactly what happens when you skip the sun entirely and rely on synthetic energy drops or those expensive powders to just force your way through the day. I absolutely love this quote directly from our source material today. It says, "You don't need to buy a single thing to protect them. Your cells can build their own shield completely for free." Think about how powerful that contrast is. We're constantly sold this idea that we need to buy these complex, overhyped powdered blends to fix our mid-afternoon fatigue. Meanwhile, the most powerful cellular energy blueprint ever discovered requires literally nothing more than stepping outside into the free, natural morning air. It's a total game changer. Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. Will you reach for a powder tomorrow, or will you step into the light? I really want you to think about that. Challenge your daily habits and realize the sheer power you have waiting right outside your front door. You now have the knowledge and the completely zero-cost natural energy blueprint to protect your cellular batteries from burning out. The choice is entirely up to you. Thank you so much for diving into the science with me today, focused learners, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.